Hello everyone and welcome back to Minecraft. I hope you're ready because today we're doing a big build. If you look way off in the distance there, you can see the nice beautiful house that we built last time. And if we turn around, you can see the build site of our build today. I recently started playing Assassin's Creed Unity, which takes place in Paris in like the 1800s. And in that game you can find the Notre Dame Cathedral, and when I found it, I was a little bit awestruck. I thought, like, this is an absolutely beautiful building, and I have to build it in Minecraft. So you can see I've got a little bit of a start. I've marked out the pillars on the front, and the red lines here are the outline of the building. Down the center here is just a center line for me. So yeah, it's a big building. When I was researching this building, actually, I found out there are actually multiple Notre Dame cathedrals. So specifically, we are building the Notre Dame de Paris, which is French for big church, I believe. This thing is absolutely gigantic, and like even just at this level, you're looking at it going, okay, yeah, it's kind of big. It's not that big. But one thing you can't see from this perspective is how tall it is. So if I back up a little bit, yeah, so I've marked out these two guys here. Those are the corners of the towers that are in the front. And this block way up in the back there, that is the top of the spire. So this thing is huge. It is 128 meters long. So I'm building 1-to-1 scale, so it's 128 blocks long in Minecraft. And it is 48 meters wide. But in Minecraft, that would give us a 2-block center, and I don't really want to do arches on a 2-block center. So I've made it 49 blocks wide so that we get this nice 1-block center. And if you're wondering how tall it is, I've made a note for myself over here. The towers are 69 meters high and the spire is 91 meters. So that's about a 300-foot spire on a building that's like 800 years old. So that's pretty incredible that they were able to build that high so long ago. It took me a bit of work to actually find a space that was big enough and flat enough for me to build this. I did have to do a little bit of terraforming, but we got a nice big flat area here. We got a nice slope away from the church. That's important, kids. You don't want to skimp on grading. If you have land sloping towards your building, you're going to get water in your foundation, and you don't want that. So that's what we got. We got a nice big flat land, and I am going to start building. I've got a whole bunch of reference pictures. Oh, actually, one thing I want to talk about here. Um, Close your eyes and imagine the Notre Dame Cathedral. Did you do it? Okay. What color is it? If you said gray, you're just like me because I thought it was gray too. It's actually not. I'm going to throw a picture up on the screen here. And yeah, that's definitely not gray. It's actually kind of a yellowy color. So for this whole build, we were actually going to be using sandstone instead of regular stone. So if you're wondering why I'm using sandstone, that's why. Okay, let's get started. This building, it might kill me. Just starting this, and I can already tell it's going to be a very, very difficult project. We still have that much more to go, and I've done just the main archways and the doorway. Just as I did on the my previous videos with the cars, I'm only going to be building half the building, and then we'll just use World Edit to copy and flip it so that I don't have to spend, hundreds of hours building this thing. As with any big project like this, the first step is to just lay everything out and see where you're going to put stuff. So I've been using, I'll throw it up on the screen here. I've been using a drawing of just the base plan of the building that shows where all the columns are. And it's been a little bit tricky because nothing is even. Like these ones here are actually like 1.5 meters wide. So I have to go to either 1 or 2 to make that work. I think I'm going to go to 2 because I don't want to have one block columns inside, because if they're that tall and only 1 block wide, I think it might look a little bit skimpy. So we're going to go with the 2x2 columns and big fat boys on the end. And yeah, so that means I'll have to double these guys up, so they'll actually, there we go. They'll actually look like that. And on the other side here, these ones actually are 2 meters wide, so this one was easy. And then down at the back here, I haven't laid it out, but there's like a big round rotunda thing at the end. That'll be fun when I get to it. But we're going to start at this end and just work our way back. So that's the columns laid out for this side. This is the main tower. They're going to be a big square. So that's that laid out. And yeah, so the actual doors in this place are gigantic. And of course, unfortunately, Minecraft doesn't have huge doors. We only have normal doors. So use some dark oak wood and some dark oak doors at the bottom to make the massive doors. And yeah, I think this is going to be pretty darn cool when she's done. Alright, this thing is starting to look pretty impressive. We still got a ways to go on the height. I've been playing around with some of the crazy stuff in here. Yeah, we got some kooky shapes happening on this side. This is our first window going in down there. Probably the tallest window I've ever seen. It's just really tall and skinny. And it is actually arched on top, but because this is only 2 blocks, I can't really do that here. So on this side, there's a lot of like pillars and stuff, and I think here the stone wall works really good for the pillars, and I've got some birchwood fence, just sort of filling in the gaps up at the top. But for these ones, this one here and this one here, I can't decide if I want to do the stone or the wood. I think the wood adds a little bit more texture, but it also kind of stands out a little bit. I don't know. I don't know. I think I'm just going to leave that one for now, and I will decide later. For now, I'm going to move on, and I'm going to do, there's an archway here with some glass in it, and the big circular stained glass window goes in here, so I'll start building that. And then I will just continue the towers up until we reach full height. I went with the stone wall instead of the birch. But anyways, this thing is, it's getting there. The front fascia, I think, is pretty much done. And yeah, it's humongous. Like, I built this column down too on the inside, so just to show you how big this thing is going to be. So like, if we go down to the front here, we're on the ground, and here's the front doors. Looking up, like, way, way up there. We're going to go through the front door. You're going to walk in, see this massive cathedral, and like, this is how tall the pillars are going to be inside the building. Like, that is just, wow. I think I got to put this building on my bucket list. Someday I got to go there and actually see this thing, because like, wow. Yeah, so that's done. Next steps is to build up all of these columns and start putting in the famous flying buttresses. And I'm going to be working off a diagram that I will throw off on the screen here. So that's how I'm going to be building them. And hopefully she looks good when it's done. After lots and lots of playing around, I've finally managed to finish one flying buttress. Luckily for us though, we have world edit, so all I need is this one, and I can just copy it down the line and create the rest of them all the way down to the big section here where there's a big circular stained glass window, which will probably happen next time because it's getting late already. So let's copy this over and see how she do. All the way down. Okay. Right here, we're going to copy, and we're just going to come over and paste and see if that worked. See, oh, see, we missed one here. Missed these two guys, and yeah, we're peeling off part of this one. Okay, so let me just delete these, and I'll reset my my copy area onto this one so that we don't grab the edge of the tower. And we'll try it again. Copy, paste, 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 paste. It worked. It actually looks really, really good. I got all the windows and stuff in there. This actually worked really good. I was surprised. It's just black stained glass in the back with some birch fence in front to make the window pattern. I'm quite happy about that one. But yeah, obviously I still need to fill in this wall a little bit, but you know, whatever. I'll do that later. Don't mind my doors here. That was just me marking out every 10th block so I didn't have to count them all the way from the other end every time. And yeah, this is looking pretty good. I think that's going to be it for today, but I'm going to do one more thing just because I can't resist. Point number one. Point number two. Copy, flip, and paste. Ooh. Okay, that's cool. This thing is humongous. Okay, let's go inside. I want to see what it looks like inside. Gonna fly over here. Through the front. Oh, I need to do the floor. Yeah. Yeah. And that's only about half done. It keeps going. So yeah, this thing is big. This thing is big. Well, anyways, that's all for today. Thank you for watching, and if you haven't already, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I will see you next week on Friday.